Hi guys, it's another important day in our lives, and as usual, this is from the studios of Golden Eye Films TV. And once again, my name is Mr. Adams. As usual, I'm going to give you another important topic. Most of the topics that I discuss on my program is just about changing lives. The most important thing is to give your information out there, give the message, and those who have to listen will listen, and those who have to take it into action, they will also take it. That is why I am here, and that is the more reason why always and always I come with very important topics. The topic I'm going to talk about today is setbacks. Setbacks is very important in our lives, whether you like it or not. In your way growing up in life or climbing the ladder of success in life, at times we come and hit the brick wall, which will stop our progress in life. So when you get to that stage, what do? What are the actions that you take, or how do we deal with setbacks? That is the more reason why I want to talk about setbacks. Because whether we like it or not, setbacks are bound to happen. They are going to happen in our life. Life is not just a smooth journey. Life is not a smooth journey that you think you can travel from the beginning to the end. Even those who were born with silver spoons, even the rich also have their problems. So in life, there is always going to be a setback in your life, and that is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about 8 important ways that you can use to you can use to handle setbacks when you find yourself in those situations. When you find yourself in those situations, it is very important that you you try to manage the you try to manage the problem so that the way forward will be important than looking backwards. That is the more reason why I want us to discuss this topic. Now, my number one is that you always have to find a reliable person, somebody you can confine your problems to, somebody you can talk to, somebody who you believe can be a help in that your situation. Now, when you find yourself in a very big problem, that is a setback in your life. You need to sit down, look around. You don't need to go to friends that any friend that you have to talk about. Some of them will just listen to you and put the blame at your doorsteps. They will blame you for causing it. But at that stage, blaming game is not the important thing. The thing has already happened. What is the way forward? So we need to find a very respectable person, somebody you believe in, somebody you trust. Then you can go to that person and explain, or let the person give you some advice. Well, that is the first thing you should do. There are people, when you meet them, they will be able to calm you down and let you know the way forward, how to go about it. That is number one. Always try to find a reliable person who you trust so that you can confide in that person your problems, and he might give you information that will help you. Number two is stay positive. Stay positive. Look, a lot of things happen to us. All the things I talk about, I have experienced them myself. I have experienced a lot of the things that I say in my studio, or I talk about. I have experienced them. And the the good person, anybody who is who thinks about others, will always want to share his problem with other people. Okay, maybe you haven't found yourself in that place yet, but what somebody has experienced and telling you might prevent you from repeating the same mistake. That is the more reason why we share our problems, so that if you haven't found yourself in that particular situation, you will be able to prevent yourself from committing the same mistake that your friend or your neighbor or your colleague or whoever has done. That is number two. So always stay positive. When I say stay positive, simply means that be positive. Don't condemn yourself. Don't condemn yourself too much. Don't blame yourself too much. Because in life, nobody knows what will happen next. Okay? In life, nobody knows what will happen next. If not, then all the things we are hearing, the accidents, the this and that, then nobody will do that. Nobody will commit that mistake. But we don't know. You go to a transport yard to board a car. There are so many cars there, but the particular car you've bought has got an accident. If you know, or if you knew that this was what was going to happen, you will not board that car. So nobody knows tomorrow. It's only God who knows tomorrow. So when things happen to us, at times we should not blame ourselves too much. We should just forget it, and then stay positive. Think about, what can I do next? What can I do to salvage this problem? What can I do to move forward? That is what you should be thinking. Stay positive. Remember, you still have life, and whatever happens to you, you are still a human being, and you still have your life. I always believe that the only reason that can stop human being from progressing or giving him hope is death. It is only when you are dead. But once you are not dead, you always remain positive, because you can always find a way to solve your problem. You can always find a way to move forward. So that is my number 2. Stay positive when you have setbacks. My number 3, which is very important tip, is don't think much about the past. Focus on the future. Number 3, don't think about the past. Focus on the future. Now, this is very, very, very important, because in our lives, in our day-to-day lives, we can't always try to mourn about what has happened in the past. No. You might have been the president. You might have been a very big man. You have been in a very comfortable position somewhere, but things have changed. You are no more there. Forget about all those things and focus on the future. That is past. You were a big man in the past. You were an investigator in the past. You were this or that. You were a rich man in the past. That one is gone. Now you have to face the future. The future, you don't know what is there. So you have to find a way and make the future a great success for yourself. So at times, don't let us dwell too much on the past. Don't let us dwell too much about the past. Let's always focus on the future, so that you will know what you should do in order to embrace yourself for the future and move forward. But dwelling too much about the past will derail you, will prevent you from moving forward. Because people who always think about the past can never move forward. Because until you are able to move forward, you have to break the chain of the past. Then you can move forward. So, when the number 3 important tip about setbacks is that focus on the future and stop thinking about the past. The past is gone. The past mistakes has happened. It is past and gone. Focus on the future, and then you'll be able to succeed. You'll be able to progress in your life. That is my number 3. My number 4 is learn from your experience. I've mentioned it already. Learn from your experience. It is very, 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 very vital that we always learn from our experience. Look, you cannot learn something properly if you haven't experienced it yourself. That is the more reason why they say experience is the best teacher. Yes, don't underestimate that statement. Because when you experience something by yourself, it is difficult for such a thing to happen again. Because you know the difficulties, you know how bad it is, you know how the situation is. So you are always able to use that experience to move forward. So that is what I'm saying, that in times of setback, let that experience propel you to move forward. Because they say experience is the best teacher. If you get an experience from someone who is narrating a story or who is narrating his problem to you, it might not propel you to stay away from such problem. But when you experience it yourself, you have experienced it, you have seen how tough, how difficult the situation is, you'll be able to not make mistakes that again. You'll be able not to do those mistakes again. That is what I'm saying, that let's learn from our experience. It is very important. It is only a fool who doesn't learn from the past, who doesn't learn from his experience. And then without the experience, you can't move forward. Now, my number 5 is don't play the blame game. Don't play the blame game. At times something happens to us and we start trying to blame people. We start trying to say, oh, this is the person who caused the problem. This is the person. No. When something happens to you, don't think too far. Don't try to blame people. Don't blame yourself either. Don't blame yourself either. Know that a mistake has happened and it has happened. The more, what you should focus on is the way forward. Because trying to play the blame game like the politicians, it is NPP, it is NDC, it is Akufo-Addo, it is Mahama. That is what they do. But you are not Mahama or you are not Akufo-Addo. You are not NPP, no, you are it is your individual life. So you don't need to play the blame game. Though we may identify people who might have been the cause of our problem. But yes, while you dwell on those people and try to resolve the problem, also know that playing the blame game does not help the future. It doesn't help you to move forward. So what I expect people to do when they find themselves in this situation is that limit the blame game and rather focus on what can I do to rise up, what can I do to move forward, what can I do to be able to succeed. This is what you should be thinking. Because playing the blame game all the time will be like giving an excuses. And anyone who gives an excuses in life will never ever succeed. That is the truth. They don't ever succeed because they keep giving excuses. Why didn't you go to work? I am not feeling well. Why didn't you do this? Because of somebody. Why didn't you do this? If you are that kind of person, then it is difficult for you to move forward in life. Number 6, find a way so that you take that situation to benefit yourself. I always believe that at the end of the day, in the beginning we blame people who gives us trouble, who put us in difficult situation. But at times when you take those difficult situations, you can turn them into a good outcome. For example, I can use myself as an example. Look, since I left my job, though I am still a staff. Technically, I am still a staff. But what I'm saying is that since I left my job, I stopped collecting salary from my job. I have done a lot of things that if I were at the job, I wouldn't be able to do. Okay. I am able to run 3 successful businesses. Golden Eye Films TV is one of the stations. Okay. Adalo Next Level Services is one of my companies. Okay. Adams Real Estate is one of my companies. So what I'm saying is that when things happen like this, take advantage of it. Because if you are a fighter, you would like to prove those people wrong. At times people create problems for us thinking that we'll go and die. Thinking that you go and die. People will see you and say, look at him, he's suffering. Hey, last I saw him, he's like this, he's like this. People will always want to see you like that. But you have to make sure that it doesn't happen. You have to fight. You have to fight back. Okay? So in life, if you don't fight, you don't get what you want. I am in court fighting for a case that I know I will win. Because if I don't fight, nobody will give it to me on the silver platter. That is why I'm in court fighting for something that belongs to me. And I know I will win at the end of the day. I know. I am very, very sure of that. And when you are a confident person, you always take a bad situation. You always take advantage of it. Look at coronavirus. When it came, what happened? It was a bad situation. But people have taken that bad situation into an advantage. Now, a lot of the youth are selling nose masks. A lot of government are stealing the money that they gave it to them. If coronavirus was not there, would they get that money to steal? No, they've given them loans because of the coronavirus. And they are chopping it. A lot of people are finding employment because of coronavirus. All the young men and the young women all are selling nose masks and they are making money. So in life, let's always identify the advantages in every bad situation. Like what I'm telling you, I have been able to create some companies because I am now at home. If I was at the job, the only thing I think about is my salary. And I cannot expand. I cannot become the person I want to be. But when you are forced to think, you will think and think and think. And that is when you discover more opportunities. So always find a way to benefit you in any bad situation. Number 7, write about the experience. And that is what I always do. There's no topic that I talk about without bringing my own experience. I always try to bring my own experience into whatever topic that I am talking about. At the end of the day, if you watch my programs properly, at times I chip in my own experience and I chip in my own problems that I encountered. I always put them in. That is what I'm saying. So I'm saying that in life, when you get some experience, write them down and also let other people know. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Always let people know your experience. Let them know what happened to you. There's no shame in telling people your experience. No. There's no shame in telling people your story. No. Try to also learn. When you tell people the experience you go through, if it is a bad experience, it prevents some people from also committing the same mistake. So it is important you write your experience and share it with your friends, your colleagues, or even the whole world. Now the last is that remember, number 8, and that is the last one, and it is very. I know the reason why I am making it my number last, my last tip, because always remember that failure is not final. My last tip is that failure is not always final. So remember, failure is just one of those things. Without failure, you can't move in life. You can't move forward. Without failure, I can mention names that have failed a lot of times, but finally, they managed to cross the line. Man City has never been to Champions League final. Man City have never been to the Champions League final. They always fail at the quarter-final stage. They always fail at the 1/16 stage. But they keep on persevering. They keep on moving. They keep on moving. They keep on moving. Now, they are where? They are now in the Champions League final. So, in life, there's always going to be a setback. And when you have your setback, how do you deal with them? It's very, very important. Because setbacks will always happen. But how you deal with them is the most important thing. That is all that I have for all of you today. And don't forget, my next topic is going to be about finances. I'm going to talk about how to become financially independent, so that you don't go asking somebody for sugar, you don't go asking somebody for pepper, you don't go asking somebody for jot. You can actually get them your own. So that is going to be my next topic: how to become financially independent. That will be my next topic. If you watch this program and you like the program, always click on the notification icon, so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to watch. Thank you once again, and may God bless everybody. Bye bye.